Absolutely not. No. So the VO2 max is great, but you can think of it in terms of you have an engine, but how big is the engine inside the chassis of the car? And so you might be a really, really big guy, but you might have a tiny chassis. And that's fine. But how much percentage of the engine are you using? Using all of it or none? So now you have to keep all that within
Right.
a certain confines where
Right.
you might not get the best bet. But the
Mm.
reason why the athletes always developing a VO2 max is a good idea. And so your resting heart rate is a good example
Yeah.
of how you train your body throughout life. And so often athletes will adapt their blood how or so their heart and how it pumps.
Mm.
And that's good. So one pump equals stronger, more blood flow, less work overall.
Mm.
And so you might be 50, but because you did a whole boatload of stuff in your 20s or when you're teens or whatnot, you might have adapted a very, very good heart.
Mm.
Now, that's now calls for a certain type of lifestyle and maintenance that you must engage in.
Mm.
Because if you don't, what happens to a lot of athletes? They get a heart attack or they get stroke. So their cells are great, but they didn't respect the fact that they have to go through a detraining process, a
Mm.
maintenance process.
Mm.
They have to do different you can't just follow the general guidelines
Mm.
if you're in that resilient category because your heart may be able to pump at a certain pressure, but a blood vessel may not be able to maintain it, and you didn't do a good job of reinforcing your blood vessels.